Okay, going live now, Saturday, April 16th, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Let me just set things up a little bit. So this is the special request Friday video. A little bit late, we are Thursday. So sorry about that. I could not really do it well. I could not really do it well last time, yesterday. Okay, let me see how I can do the thumbnail. Yeah, let me update the thumbnail so that it makes more sense to people that are going to take a look at this. Stock analysis special request. That sounds pretty good, huh? Wow, and it is live. So we are live, people. And I'm gonna post this also. I'm just going to do a post doing special requests live now, right now, right now. So this is open to everybody. So this is open to the public. The difference is that my members suggested the stocks for me to analyze. So I'm sorry, but if you want me to analyze some stocks for you, you need to be a member. You need to be a member of the Daily Trader YouTube channel, and there are several tiers there. But there's a tier called affectionately enough, special request enough. So this is the one that you need to take a look at. So let me set this. Oh, Peter Mixa, hello, good afternoon. Kiki, good afternoon also. Should I use this? I don't need to use this. No, I don't need to use this. So I'm just going to do it with my regular stuff. Okay. Perfect. So today we are going to take a look at the special requests. So this is a special request analysis. So this seems to be working pretty fine. We have a few people here live. We have 5 people live. So thank you for joining me. Very happy about that. So of course we try to make money. The goal is to make money on the stock market. Making money on the stock market is one of the simplest way to make money in terms that you buy low, you sell high. That part is simple enough. When is it low, when is it high, or when is it lower and when is it higher? That's where it gets a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to go through all of these stocks that you see here. Do you see my, yeah, okay, you see this. You see this all right. So we are going to take a look at Black Sky, Apple, Toronto, Dominion, UPST, I don't know what that is, Upstart, Acturus Therapeutics, CRISPR, Ethereum, Twitter, and BioNTech. So let's just start. So Black Sky Technology, we looked at it in the past. The thing to remember is that this is in a downward channel. So this is the upper resistance. Until we break this, nothing is happening. Not much is happening. You can still make money before that. But as I mentioned right here, you could make money from 184 to 358 if the stock had decided to move in that direction, but it did not. It just preferred to go sideways. So it's harder to make money sideways. So right now the stock is stabilizing. It has a support. It has a support right here. I would say at 150. Nice even number. So we have a support at 150. So let me write it down. So 150 is a support right here. Green, please. And we have a resistance here at 253. 253 is a resistance. So we are in a congestion zone. between these two lines, and until we break out of it, there's not much we can do. So I don't know how long it's gonna last, but when it's gonna start breaking this downward resistance right here, you know, this, let me extend this one. So this downward resistance is going to be broken at some point. And maybe this is going to coincide with when 253 will be broken. So maybe we should get out of this slump. So, you know, the stock should, at some point, if it starts to break something like this here, with stochastic over 60, never forget stochastic over 60, then chances are that the stock might be moving upwards a little bit. So I would wait until we break 253 and we break that downward resistance. I cannot give you a number for that downward resistance because depending on when we hit it, we could be hitting it here at you know, at 220, blah blah blah. But yeah, so 253 for me, that would be a nice trigger. So there you go. Just there you go. So that's it for Black Sky. Okay, let me look at the comments a little bit. Just saw it. Watching another YouTube video came across to you. Ah, okay. Okay, I'm glad you're here. Good evening, Ite, or good evening. So that's it for Black Sky. Let's go see Apple. Okay, so Apple, the basic gist of it is it's in a congestion zone between 157 and 181. So if you see it here, congestion zone right here, congestion zone right here. And basically the stock is going to move between these two numbers. Up and down, but it's not always, you know, as you see it here, it's not always up and down. Sometimes it comes midway and then goes back up. Sometimes it does this midway thing again, goes back up, but then changes its mind. So this is pretty much, this is a little bit random. It's not 100% random because sometimes there are sub-trends like this one here. So this resistance here is kind of a sub-trend, you know, it started here, could not go past this and started hugging this here, tried again, blah, blah, blah. And then when it broke, that was a signal. That was a signal, that was a pattern within the pattern. The pattern is the congestion zone, but there was this wedge triangle thing that was going down. So that was a pattern, and when we see a pattern and the pattern is broken, chances are that that break is going to continue. That's what we rely on. Breaking of a previous pattern means that the pattern is no longer there, meaning that what was true before is no longer true, and what was true is that the stock was not going higher than this, and then boom, it started to go higher than this. And so the perfect entry here was at 168, but then it stopped right here. So 168 to 178, it's $10. It's $10 a share. Okay, but it did not go super far because we were in a congestion zone. So, you know, we already were into a bigger pattern that said the stock is not going higher than this. So, you know, when we catch a sub pattern within the pattern, then we might still be subject to the overall pattern. So, but when we break in an overall pattern, then who knows where the stock is going to take us, you know. So okay, so Apple. Let me come back to Apple. Let me come back. Let me erase this a little bit. So Apple is trending down for now. So we hit 181 not too long ago. So I'm going to do something like this. So this is a downtrend right now for Apple. Downtrend, downtrend. Stabilizing a little bit here. So it could be bouncing. Okay, or it could just be going down. Stochastic is at 34, so I would vote for going down. Um, so yeah, so personally, I would not enter into Tesla right now. I would just let it fall, let it fall. Buying the dip in a downtrend is not a good idea because you are actually buying higher and not buying lower. So I would not be buying it right now. I would just let it fall. Let it fall, let it fall, let it fall. Unless it breaks this resistance right here. If it breaks it, then the downtrend pattern has changed. So maybe then it's going to go up. Always wait for stochastic to confirm this, and off you go. Okay, so Arian Fields, Valley, please. Well, this is reserved. Only my YouTube members can suggest stocks for me to analyze. So you can become a member, and then next week I will gladly analyze your Valley stock. Oops, sorry. Okay, so but thank you for watching at least. Bruce, hello Pierre. Happy Easter weekend. Well, happy Easter weekend to you also, my friend. Kenneth Lowe. Hello, Kenneth. Could you kindly do a box analysis? Well, if you are a member, yes, I will gladly do it. Once you become a member, that's my only rule. Aside for try to be nice all the time. Same thing for this one. And thank you for understanding. Just heard that Foxconn factory is closed due to COVID restriction in China. Wow. Wow. So this could have an impact. So Apple might be dropping a little bit more. Apple might be dropping more. Okay, so let's go see the next stock. So Toronto Dominion. So this is a bank in Canada. So the bank has been going up. It doubled since COVID, let's say. So let me just do this a little bit on the weekly chart. So I sometimes go on the weekly chart just to zoom out a bit more. Yeah. Oh, okay. And now I'm playing with the lines to see where it makes sense. Where did the stock? So this seems to make sense pretty good. This seems to make sense. You see, we are touching here, touching here, touching here, touching here, almost touching here. So let me do the channel. Once you place a support, you can also place a resistance. Yeah, look at this. It's the same slope. You do a Control C, Control V, you copy paste it, and then magically it also fits. Look at how it fits right here. It fits right here. So that's pretty good. And it fits pretty good here. So this is the upward channel that the stock is now into. So once we break the support right here, then that upward channel would be over and done with. Right now it's in a small downward channel. You can do this like this here. So yeah, I'm gonna do it here. So right now it's in this downward channel. So I would wait. I would wait to get the stock past. For me, if I wanted to buy that, I would wait until we cross below all of this. I would wait until, let me show it here. I would wait until we cross this, and at the same time that we cross this, because we don't want to be, because sometimes, okay, let me say this. Sometimes a stock will be, okay, this is a resistance and the stock will be doing something like this. It's going to break this, but then it's going to become a congestion zone. The stock is going to become a congestion zone because it did not break the last high. It did not break the last high. So even though it broke this downward resistance here, it did not break the last high, and it became a congestion zone. So we don't want to be buying at the end of a downtrend, getting into a congestion zone, because we don't want to go sideways most of the time. We just want to go up. So this is why I like to find myself a top that's not too far away. After we break the resistance line, then we find the top that it also needs to break, so that we have the most chances to be free from a congestion zone. So I would say that Toronto Dominion is in a very interesting spot here. So a lot of things. So yeah, check it out. Check it out. And this resistance is at 96.64. That's a number to look at. Stochastic is super low though. So look at this at 20. Stochastic at 20. Super low. So not much strength so far in that stock. So far, not much strength. It can change, but right now, yeah, we'll have to see. Okay, so that's Toronto Dominion. Let's go to the comments a little bit. Bino Morino, Veru, that's a stock, I assume. Veru to the moon. Okay, thank you for the insight. Peter Mix, Apple Insider, Chinese officials locked down area near Foxconn main iPhone factory. China have implemented lockdowns near Foxconn's primary iPhone. So this might have an impact on Tesla also, because people are thinking, well, okay, if China is locking down Apple, they might be locking down. Well, I think they have already locked down Tesla factory. But yeah, this is putting a negative aura on the manufacturing in China. Okay, let's go see Upstart Holding. Let me switch back to the daily chart here. Okay, so Upstart Holding, so they went pretty high at $400. Wow. And then, oh, look at this. You know, the stock is telling us what it's doing. We just need to observe. Look at how the stock is staying above this line here. This is almost too easy. So 82.61, and don't be afraid of using support and resistance lines that are not how can I say this, that are not on round numbers, so this support here, it's 82.61. It's not 83, it's not 82, it's 82.61. Stocks do that. So you should not be afraid of using actual numbers. So it might sound weird, but it's not. It's really working. It's working. So went up to $400, then came down. So we have a few slopes right here. So this one here was broken not too long ago. So this was a downtrend. This was a downtrend that was broken. And as I mentioned, look at the top here. So it became a congestion zone. So this is the perfect textbook example of what I just talked about. So came out of this downward resistance, and then became into a congestion zone. So well, yeah, you could still have made money here. When it broke here at around $100 and went up to 160. So you could have made money, sure. But now we really see that it's in a downward. It's in a congestion zone. So 161.88 is the upper number. Where's my lower number? I think I'm not sure I did it. 82.63. Is that what I had said? I guess so. 82.63, 82.63 and 161. So yes, between these two, you have 100% profit between these two lines. So it's not too shabby. But on the grand scheme of things, you know, when the stock used to be at 400, it's relatively a smaller range. It's still a great range, but it's a smaller range. So so what we can also do is we can say, well, okay, look at this. So we seem to be having, just like I was talking 5 minutes ago, we are having a sub pattern. The sub pattern is that the stock is going down. It is not breaking this resistance line. Look, it's trying. It's trying here, and it's trying here. It's trying here. It's trying here, and it's going to try again. So once we break this with a good stochastic over 60, then get in. Well, this is not financial advice. Then I would get in if I wanted to. So and the good thing with TradingView, if you don't want to be watching your stock every single day, you can right click on this resistance line. You do add alert. So this is creating an alert right here. Alert right here on the daily chart, crossing the trend line, and it's going to beep once. Expiration time of the alert in May, blah, 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 and you do this. And then once the stock breaks this little line here, TradingView is going to tell you. So this is the easiest thing in the world. You set it and you forget it. So and then there's the little bit of a alarm clock here to tell you that there is an alert on that on this resistance line. So yeah, so I would wait for this here. So that's it for Upstart Holdings. Let's go to the comments a little bit. Yes, well, thank you, Patermix. Tesla already locked down. Yeah, okay. I thought so. Glad that Tesla factory is open in Berlin and Texas. Yes. It's a nice milestone, I would say. Could you analyze LEC and CELH? Well, my friend, I would if you were a member. So I reserve the right to suggest stocks for me to analyze to my members who pay only $6 a month. And I do these lives every single week. So that's very, 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 very cheap. So I am very, very cheap. But I still ask for money, but it's very, very cheap. So you can become a member. So become a member and I'll gladly do your LEC, which I know about that stuff. Anyway, so okay, a comment also from Mrs. 13652. Tesla Shanghai reopening on 18 for one shift, 2 shifts end of April. Oh boy, 2 shifts at the end of April. So they are going to produce a lot, well, less cars, a lot less cars. That's sad a little bit. That's sad. Okay, so let's go look at Arcturus Therapeutics. Okay, just analyzing it a little bit. So it was finding support. You know, it was finding support right. It is finding support right here. I'm gonna do it here. So support 24.98. Okay, I could have said 25 when it's 2 cents off. You know, I could have taken the 2 cents, but 24.98. And then I want to do something. So let me just try this. Oh, okay. Oh, look at this. This is looking pretty good, huh? This is looking pretty good. So we just broke out of a congestion zone, of a downward resistance. We just came out of it. But now let's find out about the congestion zone, if any. So I see this here. You see these lows here. The lows are, yeah, there are some lows here because this line acted as a support right here, and it acted as resistance light right here. So 33.84. So this is some resistance that you need to take a look at. And then the stock is also, you know, it stopped here also. So does that correspond to something? Yes, it corresponds to this this low right here. So so this is what I call a double resistance. So you have two resistance not too far from each other, but the stock is behaving according to these two. And of course, we also have a support right here. I would say 1751. 1751. So this is the basic structure. This is the basic structure of what's happening. So congestion zone between 1751 and 3149. Quite a big gap. Quite a big gap between the two, and maybe this is doing what many other stocks are doing. So maybe this is a downward resistance right here that it is also taking into consideration. So my supports are green, my resistance are red. So to be sure that you have a nice move, you know, I would wait at least until 31.49 has been broken. Maybe 33.84 if you want to be a bit more sure. But yeah, that's how I would do it. But if it comes down, if it comes down here, then you can also, I could also buy it if it broke this downward resistance also. So, and stochastic is pretty high. Stochastic is at 55, so stochastic is pretty high. So so maybe the stock is not going to go down too far, down to 1751 because of stochastic. So there you go for that one. Okay, perfect. Let's go to CRISPR. CRISPR was at 200 bucks, over 200 bucks, now at 60. ARK Invest bought some CRISPR. Huh? I hope they got out of it. Yeah. Okay. So this is the resistance line right here. This is the resistance line right here. Let's do the channel. Yeah, this is the big broad move. This is the big broad move. This is a downtrend. The stock is in a downtrend. Yes, it is in a downtrend. You don't need to be too smart to say that. And I sometimes like to do a middle channel line. Yes, sometimes like this. So this is a middle channel line. So see, you know, the stock is in a downtrend, but it's still playing on this upper part of that channel. Upper part of the channel, going down, and now it's stabilizing a little bit. There's this thing here. There's this thing here. Yeah, I want to put it here. So this is a resistance. This is a congestion zone, 70.41. 70.41. And yeah, there are several things happening at the same time, but let me draw the main ones. And this is 52.85. 52.85. So congestion zone between 52.85 and 74.41. So it's going to play in between these two. until it breaks this downward resistance. I would wait for 70.41 to give it a go with stochastic over 60. Never forget that. And that is going to okay, there's a comment here. So Kathy's having a good timing selling Palantir. Yeah, she has sold Palantir, and even Twitter, as it's very low. ARK is also cooking only with water, but cooking with water. Yeah, I guess so. So that's CRISPR. Did I sound the glockenspiel? Okay, Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum. Let me go to the weekly chart. So Ethereum, yeah, Ethereum is in an uptrend, but also at the same time, there is a downtrend hidden here that has not had too much impact yet. Ooh, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do this one too. So this one is having a little bit more impact. Let me switch on the daily chart. So basically, this is what's happening. So yeah, coming down here, coming down. So there are two speeds. There's one speed here of coming down that has not been useful a lot. There's this steeper speed that has been in effect. Let me see. There's something like this that seemed to be happening. Whoops. There's something like this that seems to be happening also. Yeah. Well, okay. Do I want? Yeah, okay. Trying to find something that fits. Ah, this is better. Yeah, this is a little bit better. This is a little bit better. Well, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, this is a little bit better. So since January 25th, the stock has been bouncing on this support line here. But until we break this downtrend, so check for this downtrend. This is the downtrend to watch, and stochastic is super low at what? At 11. At 11, so extremely low stochastic. So we could be going down a little bit more in the short term, and maybe hitting this support line here. Yeah, that's it for Ethereum. Twitter. Okay, well, Twitter. What can I say? So this is the downtrend it's in, but because of Elon, this is changing a lot of things. So so Elon propped the stock quite high. So he offered $54. So the stock should be right around that $54 right now. So because there are so many fundamental things that are happening, it's hard to only look at technical analysis, because technical analysis finds trends and patterns. But right now, things are moving so fast and so quickly that I'm not sure that there are much pattern in that stock. There's the overall downward pattern that is still intact even after Elon has made his bid. So this is still intact, and we are into a little bit of an uptrend, since February 24th. A slower uptrend, and then it started to go a little bit faster starting from March 14th. It started to go faster, and then Elon announced it around here, I think. Boom. So so this one is a tough nut to crack. This one, you know, I would play this with options and not with actual stocks, so that you know, you can play this with a smaller outlet of money. So that's it for Twitter. And last one. So BioNTech. So was super high, like many stocks, 445. I hope that you did not hold that stock since that price. So this is the resistance line that is in place. So the stock is in a downtrend. It's making lower highs. This is a high, this is a lower high, this is a lower high. So it's making lower highs. So let me do the broad view here. This is, and it's also making lower lows, and it was making lower lows. So this is what's happening with that stock. So yeah, you can buy right here at the support and wait until it goes to resistance to make a little bit of money. So this is going against the trend. The trend is a downward trend. So you should play it more. You should short it more than you should go long. So if it touches this, then you can short, and it's easier to make money here. You can short here. Pooh, it goes there. But now it's stabilizing a little bit. It's stabilizing. So this is kind of a sub pattern within the downtrend pattern. And I'm going to do it here. So it's going sideways at the same time. So so to really get in, I would wait until it breaks this one here. So what's the 189.14? I would wait until it breaks this. But then if it breaks this here, if it breaks 181.14, then it could be stopped here. So take that into consideration. So if it breaks here 189, let's say, and goes up to 240, that's a decent amount of profit. If it breaks it here, then there's less profit to be made here. But once it breaks this downward resistance, then the stock can start moving up a little bit more freely. So this is how I would do this. So that's it for BioNTech. Let me go to the comments. Tom Nash made a good video on it. What could happen? You mean for Twitter or for Cathy? And Francis, hello Francis, love your show. Thank you very much. What do you think of OIH and TTY? Well, you need to be a member of my YouTube channel in order to suggest stocks for me to analyze. I share the analysis for free, but at least I give some exclusivity for my members to decide what they want me to analyze. Sorry, I want to do this. So becoming a member is only $6 a month. So that's not very expensive. So this is the live we are in right now. I'm just taking a look at it here. So it's just okay. So we have 17 concurrent viewers. Perfect. Okay, so that is going to be it for today. Let me go back to this. So thank you very much, guys, for attending this live. So I do this live as a service for my YouTube members. So they get to tell me stocks that they want me to analyze, and I analyze the stocks that they ask me to. I offer the analysis for free, but only my members can suggest stocks. So if you want to suggest stocks for me to analyze, you can just go to the Daily Trader, subscribe, become a member, and then you can suggest me stocks to analyze. And Yunus, I do an analysis of Tesla and Palantir every single day of the week, and this is completely free. So check out my channel, just subscribe, and you will see this pop out. So thank you very much, guys. So I wish you a happy Easter weekend. I cannot believe that there are still 2 full days to go. So this is fantastic. So I'm gonna go and rest a little bit, and I suggest that you do the same. So thank you very much for watching. We are going to see each other tomorrow for my members, because there is a special live only for my members, and no member of the public can see it. And for the rest of the public, then we are going to see each other on Monday. So I'm gonna tell you, à la prochaine.